Hey Russ, why is there a black carburetor in the floor of your truck?
That is from a carburetor engine fire.
All right.
So, the holidays were great.
Okay guys, so here's what happened. We think there was some kind of a carburetor fire on the plane, and you can see there's a lot of soot on the inside of this cowl panel. The firewall is pretty dirty. You know, if you get in here and rub your fingers around, you'll be able to tell better. Like, you know, you can see the soot right there. There's soot all over the oil pan, right there on that engine mount. You know, there's some on the spark plug there. So it didn't actually legitimately damage anything. We're doing a whole inspection on the aircraft right now. It melted a couple wires. Nice. It melted a couple wires, but that's pretty much it. It didn't really do any real damage. So what's happened is all these gaskets for the intakes have been replaced. These rubber boots here for the intake runners. The oil return lines have rubber pieces on them. Those we're also getting replaced. You know, most of the rubber parts, plastic parts that were in the vicinity of where it occurred were replaced, and that's kind of the precaution that we've gone through. So now we have to put the carburetor back, the air box that connects to the carburetor, and while we're at it, we're also repairing that air box I was talking about earlier that goes right there, that hooks up to all this ducting to give you air or heat inside the plane. And anyways, on that topic, that's what Russ is working on right now. So in a little bit more detail, these air boxes are two-piece. So as you can see what he's doing, he's taking the piece of the air box off that holds that flap in there, and that flap you can open and close from inside the plane to, you know, open and close if you want to have heat in the cockpit. Well, on the old one, which is the one he's working on right now, you can probably see it from this side, that flap is corroded and broken right there where it used to mount. So we're keeping this section. This is going back on the plane, but we're replacing that top section with the one off the other plane over there that has a working flap mechanism, and we might go sandblast it, clean it, paint it, who knows, but that's what we're going to do with that. That's why we have that. So, because before this plane's been flying all winter up to this point without actually having good working heat, and that's cold as shit. So this is the solution to not getting, you know, frostbite and shit when you're flying. Now I have to figure out how to edit in bleeps because I don't know how to speak PG-13. Any luck?
That's a tough screw right there, huh?
Is it corroded on there pretty good?
Just trying to get it to turn. Not stripping it too bad.
Yeah. That screw might not be savable. We might have to put a new screw and nut on there if that one's going to strip out because it's so corroded.
Yeah, I just gotta get it off.
Yeah. Alright, well anyways, you guys know what stage we're at now, so we're going to finish this up, start putting that air box back on, and then we can start, we're going to do the air box, then the carburetor, and then kind of work our way from the firewall forward and then from the carburetor up, and then we'll be good to go. And we're hoping we can get most all of this done today because the plane's got some flights tomorrow, And if we can prevent from, you know, having lost flights and people still be able to go fly, then that's what we want to do. So I'm going to quit rambling on and go grab some tools and get to work. So I get to the airport a little bit later today than everybody else, and as you can see behind me possibly, they've already got the whole thing jacked up, struts out, who knows what else they've done. So anyways, just finished like lunch, breakfast, so let's go have a look and see what they're up to. All right, so that plane's having the front strut worked on, and we're waiting on some stuff for it. This plane needs a replacement attitude indicator. Trevor's over here putting in the oil fill dipstick tube thing, whatever, and we just found a leak. A brake leak.
Hey.
What do you think, Russ?
Screwdriver, let me just take this cover off.
You want a real flashlight? Here. This will help a little bit. And what screwdriver? Phillips?
Yeah, and a hex.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay.
It's definitely this main brake, parking brake.
Yep.
Here, let's get this thing off. We can probably see.
What is it looking like to you? Thinking it's a fitting, or you thinking it's the... I think it's the cylinder.
I can't see because it's all the way up here. It starts its leak all the way up here.
That's why I'm thinking it's the cylinder, because it's running down.
I just don't know. I don't remember what the cylinder is hooked up to here. Is it a fitting up here?
It's connected. Yeah, there's a fitting that comes from the reservoir on the firewall and under the engine cover.
Yeah, but it's not that fitting. It's coming from this farther up this way. Like the cylinder is covered in fluid, basically.
Right.
So where does the cylinder connect to here?
Right. Well, that's what I don't know. I think it'd be better if it was a fitting, but I'm hoping it's not the actual cylinder itself that might have a bad O-ring. My back hurts. Let me lay down. Hey, is this one of those screws that you put in that's not actually in and will never actually come out?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, it's not coming out, so we're going to this one now. So y'all let us know in the comments section, but my recommendation was see how this piece is cracked. If we can't find another, the metal panel behind it, just make it look pretty and leave it off. But personal preference.
But it's not your plane.
It's
right?
not my plane, no. But I feel like I'm obligated. Like all the people in the comment section that have an opinion about everything, that's me right now. I feel like this screw doesn't actually want to come out. Come on, little buddy.
Those will come out once you get the rest of them out.
Well, that is all of them. Oh, there's this one. I thought it was just that one's only. This one's left. All right. So, anyways, all of this that we were just looking at, guys, the 2 different random leaks we have under there, was not what we came in here to do. We came in here to replace this, and we just noticed that this floor was a little bit damp, and then found a hydraulic leak from the parking brake, and then when Russell crawled up underneath the plane to look at that, he found out that there was another little leak. So it just happens like that. So now we are doing what we came here to do. All right, let me try not to crack this any more than it already is. Right as I was just saying, I hope I don't crack it any more than I already did. The screw that was right here that we were trying to get out was kind of stuck in the panel a little bit, and I was trying to pull it and unscrew it at the same time, thinking it might have been stuck for whatever reason, and it just slashed the panel right here, which is a real bummer. But this little piece right here where that screws into is just totally shot. As you can see, it's just spinning freely. So I'm gonna see if I can salvage this piece. I don't want to ruin anything anymore, but hopefully I can get that screw out and continue on.
Got to get you in this nice suit that you got on.
He was always
He's getting under there to zip tie some wires up, make it all look nice and pretty, but we got that attitude indicator in, got the new one. It looks nice and clean. We rebuilt the parking brake reservoir, or not reservoir, the cylinder. It was leaking. Dang, dude, it ought to be good to go now. Now all we gotta do is clean the carpet that is underneath where you are, where it got a little bit dirty, but
Already cleaned it.
already cleaned it. Look at that. All right, well then I'm gonna clean these windows and we're well on our way to getting this plane back online. And that one's not far off. Hopefully we'll have both of these back online tonight and ready to go for... They got any flights tomorrow?
It's supposed to be storming, but
Yeah.
always flights.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but you know, good progress nonetheless. Alright, ladies and gents, it's turned into a long night like it often does. Russ is sticking the plastics back in, which is a good sign. We've got the handbrake, brake cylinder leak repaired. Got the new attitude indicator in, as you guys saw a little bit earlier. And both plastics got cracked, so now we're putting our backup black ones in. After that, the seats go back, and we'll fire it up and do a quick little test run of the engine and make sure the new attitude indicator does what it's supposed to, and check the brakes. Alright, so finished it up, this plane. Added some oil to it. Did the brakes, put the interior back together, the plastics, everything, so we should be good. So now all we have to do is grab the keys. We're gonna fire it up, make sure that new attitude indicator, you know, pops up the way it's supposed to, and we're good. Don't beat him up in the comments, guys. This is first time.
Can't see.
There it is. It's a good starter.
Yeah.
Alright, look at that, it's coming around. Look at that. Beautiful.
We're on a hill, so it should be that way. That's right, right?
Well, that strut has a little bit of a leak, so it's lower.
No, I guess what I mean is that's accurate.
Yes.
Essentially. Yeah.
It's reading correctly. Everything's green down here. Yep. Suction's good. Alright, I know the light's bad and you probably can't see my face very well, but there you go, guys. That's the conclusion of day 2 for now. This plane's back and good to go and back online. The other plane over there, the strut is out of it. We got some storms coming in, so I don't really know how that's going to work out right now. Might get it back in tomorrow, might not. I don't know. But I know I've got a doctor's appointment checkup tomorrow, so even if it does, I might not be here for it to film it, so it is what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Anything and everything is helpful. Share it to your friends. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.